Hey folks, Toledo Bend Woodward, Fish Hounds Guide Service. I'm editing out the next video that I'm going to be uploading to my YouTube channel. Just want to kind of tell you a little bit about this trip and what took place. Basically, this was a guided trip. A couple fellas booked with me. It was December the 11th, 2020, which was about 5 days ago. These are two local guys. One, Scott Maines from Pleasant Hill, Louisiana. He's been a friend of mine since he was, I think I've known him since he was 12 or 13 years old. The other fella is Jerry Woodward. He's from somewhere between Mansfield and Stonewall, maybe Gloucester or something, Louisiana. But anyway, he owns a tree service. He owns a company where they go in and work for these power companies, keeping the power lines trimmed out and cleaned out. Real successful businessman, real successful business that he has going there. But anyway, they booked a trip with me, but they're both getting live scope and just wanted to play around with it a little more. And so I showed them a thing or two on it, and Scott had already had some experience with me with it and with others, I believe. He's actually, me and him done a video last year in December about the same time, and done real well on it as well. But anyway, we're targeting, we fish mostly River Channel, Sabine River Channel. We're fishing laydowns and standing timber mostly. I don't think we hit a brush pile the whole day. But anyway, the fish were very deep. I want to say the shallowest fish we caught this day was probably 18 foot deep, and we caught them down, I think, as deep as 27 foot. So they're going real deep right now. I want to say the water temperature was like 54 degrees, somewhere almost 55, somewhere in that area. I actually had a trip the very next day. I want to say 27 foot is the deepest we've seen fish on this trip. Very next day I had another trip, and we caught several fish. And actually the biggest fish we caught the next day was 31 feet deep. So really pay attention down on that deep structure, especially live scoping. Once they get down below 20 foot, they definitely start shrinking in size, and they don't even really look like crappie, or for sure don't look like good size crappie. That 20 to 30 foot or whatever depth there change really changes a lot on your live scope screen. So don't overlook them fish sometimes you see down there 30, 32 foot deep. From when you're used to seeing fish crappie at 15 foot, 20 foot, then you're looking at them down there below 30 foot. It doesn't look quite the same. So don't overlook them. Drop a jig in there and give them a try. Sometimes I'm not even sure if what I'm seeing at that depth is crappie. So a lot of times we just literally have to drop a bait in there with them and catch one and identify what it is. So, but anyway, we had a great trip. I think we ended up with 44 fish on this trip. Some nice fish. We caught some really good solid fish. But had a good time with these guys. You know, my YouTube channel is really basically about promoting my business, Toledo Bend Fish Hounds Guide Service. And so that's more or less what it is. I try to do some informative videos when I get the time, but a lot of my videos are going to be guiding my customers, and we'll try to let you know what we're doing and what's going on. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. I appreciate my supporters, the people that's already subscribed to my channel. If you haven't already, I ask that you please do that. Follow us, keep up what we got going. You can also find us on Facebook, Toledo Bend Fish Hounds, and kind of keep up with what we got going. And I appreciate your time. Hope you enjoy the video. Give God the glory. God bless you. Have a good one. We'll see you on the next go around.
got some slabs.
Yes,
Here, I'll swap poles with him if you want to do that.
Yeah, we won't be bad on that. Alright, I'm gonna get you a black chartreuse.
Yeah, don't take so many.
Yeah, that's right.
I was just telling you, don't need to get one of them shiners. I tried. No, it's no.
I just soon not have a shiner if they'll hit these.
I love jigs.
I never fish with them by myself. My customers always do. There you go, son. Very hook, Finally found a jig I think they're trying to hit on here. It's a hair jig, black, short with a chartreuse neck, black head, black tail, chartreuse neck, little hand-tied hair jig. But a little slow this morning. We got about 11, most of them really nice solid fish, but we're seeing several everywhere we're hitting. You know, some spots had 20, 30 fish in a good little school, and they're deep. They're running anywhere from I think the shallowest we've seen this morning is about 18 foot. A bunch of them's down like these we're looking at right now, and just caught one off of about 26 foot deep. So, but they're just really not turned on right now. We got a front coming in later today, so I'm hoping sometime around noon they'll really turn on good in front of that front. But we got a pretty good little kickstart this morning. Hopefully we get these boys on 11 before the day's over. No, that was you. One chased it, and I think he tried. I probably hit it.
Somebody say slab.
Yeah.
God, nobody. Look how thick that sucker is across the back.
Nice fish. Full of eggs. Good eggs.
Oh, we're gonna swap it.
By the mouth. He hit it good?
He hit it good too, yeah.
is it? Well, the rest is. Oh, he was all over.
Make sure your hook ain't dead. He ain't moving the muscle.
That's cause, yeah, they go
So fast, yeah.
I barely had him too. Look. Big old fish there. They're so deep, we're catching them 26 foot here. You can see how his old eyes are kind of popped out of his head, and he's almost lifeless. It's just coming up so fast from 26, 7 feet deep. It just takes it out of him. Some nice fish though. Doubled all the way TCO. Feet. Wintertime crappie. Yeah, I just set the hook. Look how wide it's hook is across his back.
Yeah. Alright, oh shit. Thick slab there, 26, 7 foot deep. Alright, we can go back to black chartreuse.
Hey, this is good. I ain't eating one.
Today's black chartreuse day, baby.
Yeah. Yep, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Look at the fog eyes.
Yes, I see it. I mean, that's
smooth fog his eyes out of his head. God, that's crazy.
That is.
That's crazy. I mean, his eyes are about to pop.
So
deep fish, deep winter crappie. I don't know if you can tell on that camera how bulged out his eyes are, but that's from pulling them up so deep, so fast. This time of year, it's best just to keep these fish because that fish wouldn't survive right there. He'd die. So that's why some lakes you got to keep everything you catch during these months when they're 20 plus foot deep.
yeah, they have what's going on.
Yeah. What we're recording here is a butt whooping. Mr. Woodward here. What's your first name?
Jerry.
Jerry. It's Jerry Woodward. I hadn't even introduced y'all. It's Jerry Woodward. He owns a tree service. They do right-of-ways and pipelines and stuff, right?
Mostly right, electric lines.
Electric lines for the electric companies. Pretty good little company he's got there. And this is Scott Maines. He's been with me before, did a video with me about a year ago, and he's been a friend of mine since he was a little bitty turd. So, but yeah, Scott's kind of whooping up on Mr. Woodward here today a little bit. Not too bad. He's probably got, I don't know, 5 or 6 fish ahead of him. Huh? Maybe 8 or 10.
Hey, there we are.
We're sitting at, what we got here? We got 29 so far, but they're 29. We're about to fill that ice chest up at 29 slabs mostly, so. We got 2 of these left, guys. There goes Scott with another good one.
I got a knife.
Yeah.
Good bit. Oh,
Castrating. Oh,
no.
cut.
See, what's the deal? I know what your wife needs to be making up.
You know, right there. I've been catching them on this. That's why I had one on. Last Saturday, I had one guy fishing with this, and he did pretty good. There you go, baby.
Well, get the fish, you just ain't got the right bait on it.
This box full of jig fish you got.
That is, I mean, you talking about there, you just.
I love them jigs.
Come on up, big old roaches. That's not been a bad fish.
I've seen it here, look like that. That's a good fish. No crappie here. Right, you got one. What in the world wrong with that, man? Look at that.
You pulling them out.
Grab him. Look at that. That sucker's got a drop up. You think that happened, or?
I bet it did. These ice cold.
Crazy, man.
Southern slab.
Good fish. Oh, there goes it.
Yeah, I see. Let me ask you, a white one has stripes like this, right?
That's black.
That's what it's.
Don't have much color. It's so deep.
I love when you catch them shallow. They almost solid black.
See, that's got a lot more color than that one.
You know what I'm talking about though? When you catch them shallow.
Oh yeah.
Boathouse.
Alright folks, we finally made it back. As you can tell, storm's coming in on us. We got a
Pretty good little cold front blowing in, and we barely made it back in time. We come back, we got 44s, some good solid fish. Fishing the river channel, just targeting standing timber mostly, some lay down structure, but hit them all on a black and a chartreuse hair jig. Pretty much, I think we caught every one of them. Maybe one come off another, but wouldn't only hit nothing else really all day. So that some days color matters, and today was one of them days. Had a good time. We I think 6 short of a 2-man limit, and I think if it wouldn't have been for this weather and everything pushing us in a little sooner than we wanted to, we'd for sure finish that out, don't y'all? So, but we got Jerry Woodward from Mansfield, or Stonewall, Mansfield area. He owns a tree service, and then Scott Maines, he's been with me before, a long friend of mine, and had a good time with these guys. Y'all had a fun trip. Go good.
Had a good time.
Good. So anyway, we're gonna get these filleted out and dealt with. If you hadn't subscribed to our channel, I ask you to do that, and we appreciate you watching, appreciate your support. All right.